Hey James, it's Eric over at Keller Williams Realty. I was calling about your property. It just came up on my computer as an expired listing. I was just calling to see, James, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home?
When do I plan what?
On interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home.
I have someone coming today.
Oh, good. Good for you. So can I ask you this? If you sell this home, where are you going to go next?
Back where I live.
Where's
Where I
that?
was born.
Where's that? I'm sorry?
Kansas.
Kansas. All right.
Yeah.
How soon do you have to be there?
As soon as I sell my house.
Okay. You know, I looked at the home. It looks like a great property. It was on the market for 6 months. What do you think stopped it from selling?
I don't know, that's what everybody says.
Well, do you have it? Did your last agent tell you? Did they make any suggestions?
No.
Okay. How did you happen to pick that agent?
Well, he on his brochure, he said he sells $1 million homes and stuff. So
Okay. So he marketed, and then you called him, and he came by, and you hired him.
yeah.
Okay. Well, was there anything that he did that you liked best, or nothing at all?
Nothing at all, really.
All right. And what would you expect from the next agent you work with, James?
What are you picking up some information or something? Or
Well, yeah, you know what? As a professional real estate agent who sells 4 or 5 homes every month, and I look at a property, I say, you know what? This is in Montville. It should have sold. Why didn't it sell? And I'm talking to you saying, you know, you want to go to Kansas as soon as this one sells. So I'm wondering, what will you expect from the next agent you choose?
I expect at least somebody had an interest in the house, you know.
Okay, to have an interest and get it sold. So let me ask you this. Have you already decided on the next agent to work with? Or you're interviewing agents now?
I just give an interview for, you know, I'll probably go with this guy to look white for me, you know.
Well, James, before, oh, you had him once before?
Yeah, but he never sold it then either.
Okay, so let me ask you this, James, and I appreciate what you're saying 1,000%, but you had the guy in before, he couldn't get the job done, then you went with another agent, that agent couldn't get it done. Since this is a large investment, this is a large transaction, do you think it makes sense to get a second opinion from an agent you haven't met yet? Somebody who actually is selling a lot of homes? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and how do I
Well, what?
how many homes do you sell? Like 5?
No, say it again?
How many homes do you sell a month?
Yeah, last month I sold 5. The month before I sold 4. And this month, at the month of December, we're scheduled to close 4 transactions. You know, and there's a really clear difference as to why some agents are trying to sell 3 or 4 homes a year, and other agents are selling 4 or 5 homes every month. What I'd like to do, if it makes sense, James, before you get yourself locked into another 6 or 9 month contract, what I'd like to do is show you exactly what I'm doing differently to get homes sold. And if what I say makes sense, you'll say, hey, Eric, you know what? Because here's the thing. It makes sense to go back to an agent that you've met before. But I think the real question is, how much equity are you willing to gamble while the last agent tries another marketing experiment on your house? I mean, what tricks do you think they're going to do this time that they didn't do the first time?
I really don't know. You know?
All right. So does it make? All right. So does it make sense? What time is this agent coming over?
1 o'clock.
Okay. So that's great. So what I would suggest, and it's just a suggestion, you may agree or disagree. What I would suggest is say, what's the agent's name?
I forgot already.
Okay. James, I can assure you, when you work with me, you're not going to forget my name. It's Eric from Keller Williams. So here's what I'm going to suggest. When the agent comes,
Where's your,
we have offices all over, from Montclair to Montville to, I'm sorry, oh gee, my head, I'm getting old now. My office is in Livingston, but we have Morristown, we have them all over the place, okay?
yeah,
What I'm going to suggest is this. When the agent comes in, sit down with them and say, listen, I hired you before. I'm considering hiring you this time. Don't hire. Just say, I'm considering hiring you this time. Tell me what you're going to do to get the home sold. And he should have a list. He should have a list of things that he's going to commit to doing. I don't want to hear, well, we're going to put a sign on the lawn and we're going to host open houses. Because everyone does that. What are you going to do differently that you didn't do last time? And when he gives you that information, say, thank you very much, let me consider it. Let me tell you something. If you call him back on Wednesday, he'll come back and he'll list your home on Wednesday. All right? Then, what I would suggest is then take that information and let me stop by and present to you exactly what I'm doing on a daily basis to get my sellers sold. And what I'll do is I'll deliver to you a package before we meet. And I'll let you review that package and understand exactly why I'm different. And how is Eric selling this many homes and the last agent couldn't get my home sold? And then you can make a decision. Does it make sense to go with the last guy who couldn't get it done the first time? Or maybe I should go in a little bit different direction and give an aggressive, a proactive agent who's going to take interest in my house, give him a shot to get it sold. Does that make sense?
yes, it does.
Good. So here's what I'm going to do. I can stop by between 3 and 3:30 today, or we can do it, I can do 3:30 or 4 o'clock today. What's better for you?
3:30.
3:30. Great. Now, before I come over, I'm going to prepare a package. I got a few questions I need to ask you in order to get that package together. Can I take a few minutes and ask those questions right now?
I want you to do that when you get here,
Well, it'll only take 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the first question is really important. James, if what I say makes sense, and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to hire me when I see you today at 3:30?
If it makes sense, I'll probably do it.
Good. Thank you very much. I know you're planning to interview an agent at 1, and that's good. The second thing is you're moving to Kansas. Do you already have a house there?
No.
Okay, so you'd have to pick a house out?
I have my brother's daughter is an agent.
Okay, so she's going to help you get a house. Good, perfect. How soon, ideally, how soon do you want to be in Kansas?
As soon as possible.
Okay, good, as soon as possible. So if you can get there by the beginning or middle of January, that would be good for you?
Sure.
Good. Now, when I see you this afternoon...
Eric, I want to tell you something. My house is I'm paying taxes almost $500,000, so I want to try and get at least what I'm paying taxes on for it.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at... Here's what I've learned in the 10 years that I've been selling real estate. I've learned sellers want 3 things. They want to know 3 things.